great night ahead of us tonight. We got ourselves a cool chance here, folks, for us to literally show off, because this theater is an amazing venue. You're going to get a chance to enjoy it for multiple things over the next few days, and I'm going to get a chance to demonstrate some of the cool stuff for you right here, right now. But folks, before we do that, I want to officially introduce myself to you. My name is Steve. I come to you all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We're going to have a bunch of fun over the next 7 days here aboard this wonderful ship. Now, folks, we'll start off by explaining to you exactly why we call the venue 270, because if you came in here during the day, you may have seen the big windows that cover the very back of the theater here. Those windows span from one side all the way to the other, thus giving you a 270-degree view of whatever it is you're looking at. That's why we call the venue 270. However, folks, we can change this venue anytime we want, thanks to something I'm going to show you in a few moments' time. But this venue, folks, has all kinds of unique things. As you see, this is called the birthday cake right here, for obvious reasons. We also, folks, are one of the very unique theaters in the world that doesn't have a backstage. So if our theaters have to, our staff have to leave the theater, our performers, pardon me, have to leave the theater for any sort of costume change or set change, they can't just run backstage as they would in a regular venue, because backstage, folks, is nothing but water. So they have to leave the stage for any reason. We have many ways for them to do it, including the actor lifts you see right here on the stage that we'll let it for in a second. There's our piano lift on this side and our stage lift on this side. We also got ourselves the actor lifts that I came shooting up from. There's one right there in the front, another one right here in the side, and one right there in the back. And if you look up into the ceiling, folks, you're going to see the rings light up. Those allow our performers to be lowered down by our rigging specialists on board to actually fly for you in the venue. And you're going to see that happen during our wonderful production show called The Book, which is 7 stories, one adventure. I'll tell you more about that in a few moments' time. But folks, there's all kinds of great, unique things about this venue. And like I said, it is a very expensive venue, $37 million. Now, to put that into perspective for you, our Royal Caribbean's very first cruise ship, the Song of Norway, the entire cruise ship didn't cost $37 million. We spent more than that on the technology in this venue here, and I'm going to show off some of that to you tonight. Now, folks, when you do spend $37 million on a venue, you do have to entrust it to some very talented people behind the scenes. We've got an amazing tech team, folks. Can I get a huge round of applause for our under the stage staff and our squad operators? Up here in the booth, we've got Mede on the lights, we have got Kwame on the sound, and we have your stage and production manager, and his name is Hussein. We also, folks, have got ourselves a virtual assistant, much like you might have at home. You might have a Google device, an Alexa device, or a Siri device. I can turn on your lights, can play your music, all that sort of stuff. Very similar idea right here inside 270, except her name is Vicky. In a few moments' time, I'm going to ask you guys to help me out by getting some things happening right here in the venue. So when I do that, remember that very, very key name. We're going to call it the name Vicky. Before we do that, though, folks, we're going to demonstrate to you something we call the Vistarama. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vistarama is one of the largest viewing screens on a cruise ship anywhere. It is 100 feet wide and 29 feet tall, making it one of the largest viewing screens anywhere. Now, folks, to cover a screen this size, you cannot just have one projector. We actually have 18 separate projectors up here in the grid work that all work together to provide a seamless 12K image. And right now, it's not very seamless nor very 12K. We're going to fix that in just a second. We're going to start by actually making some things happen in the Vistarama, but I'm going to need your help. So I'm going to count to 1, 2, 3. When I do that, I need you guys to shout out a great big, "Hey, Vicky,"